It's a lot of stuff for, different rooms, a lot of big areas for maybe 48 feet.
Yeah, it feels enormous.
Last week I flew down to visit the boat show in Düsseldorf, Germany. There was so much to see, and I looked at some really nice boats. Our second day at the show started by checking out the surfers in the water sport area. A real candy shop for water sport lovers, and you could find and try out pretty much anything in here. Next up, we looked at boat equipment. I had planned to buy some gear, but I quickly gave up. The size of the show was just too enormous, and there wasn't enough time. The Discovery 48 had its world premiere at the boat show.
Discovery bought southerly yachts in 2017, and the Discovery 48 is more or less a southerly 480, but with a different keel and interior. Maybe you recognize the design from the YouTube channel Distant Shores.
So this is actually nice and high.
Yeah.
Even if I would have chosen different materials for the interior, I thought the layout was great, and it felt like a cozy and nice boat to live on.
Every boat is built with a semi-customized layout. The owner of this boat wanted a big 4-cabin, and therefore it has a 2-cabin layout.
I never seen this solution before with a, I guess, master cabin, starboard side facing that direction. It's unique.
Yeah. And a sofa in front.
I also like the fact that there's fabric on the ceiling. It's not vinyl, it's something else.
Yeah, it's more like
Silk.
But it's a lot of stuff for, different rooms, a lot of big areas for only being 48 feet, isn't it?
It's the smallest soup yacht I've ever seen. It doesn't remind of any other boats, but my goodness, it's a nice boat. Yeah. I wouldn't expect myself to to enjoy it, but I really like it. But I mean, I couldn't live on this. I have to buy a completely new wardrobe.
Yes.
It's very innovative, I think, which is rare.
Yeah.
Base price in sterling, pound sterling, is 695.
695.
Yeah, ex-VAT.
Yeah. And sail away price, you would say 650 or
It varies. I think you normally spend about 12 to 15% on extras, and if you're going to do the VAT or the full VAT, you're probably around about the 900 to $1 million. Probably.
We moved on to look at a brand from Germany called Sirius. They were showing a 35 and a 40 footer.
This was pretty cool. No need for 2 steering wheels anymore. You can still sit up on the side.
What stood out the most on deck was definitely the solid guardrails, not a common feature on a relatively small boat like this one. One of the design goals were to get the living space of a 40-footer in a 35-foot boat, and I have to say they have succeeded very well. This boat is full of clever design solutions, with no waste of space.
How big are the cabins?
Yeah.
Is the main view for 2 people, for 4 people, 4 plus 2, after cabin?
I think you can choose from as many as 7 different keels and 16 different layout options when you're buying a Sirius 35. Quite unique.
Nice boat, huh?
Yeah, I'm amazed. 35 foot. I mean, this boat has the similar to like a 40 plus footer inside.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a little bit more tight, the space, but it's great. Really cleverly. I mean, usually when you see small boats like this, they're and you try to put too much inside, you can feel it just like, oh, this is just too much. But I don't really get the feeling here. It's really cleverly done.
The big sister boat had a twin keel, but also on this model you could choose a different keel option.
So this is the 40-foot series. Also very nice, spacious, and has a lot of really cool features.
The Series 40 didn't disappoint either. Lots of smart solutions, and if I had to choose one thing that I like the most, it has to be the low-lying and centralized owner's cabin. Perfect when the sea is up.
I really like this boat. A lot of great features put in a small boat. It's 40 feet. Feels more like 48. I mean, of course the floor space is not like on a 48-foot boat, but 3 cabins, double cabins. It's just so spacious. They have used all the areas on the boat to the full. So I like this concept.
We took a quick look at the Contest 42 CS. Beautiful boat with a free cabin layout that we all liked very much. Unfortunately, we weren't allowed to film everything. Moving on, we went aboard a Moody 54. To me, the foredeck almost looked like on a motorboat. With its over 5-meter wide beam and the sliding companionway doors, it's almost like a catamaran in a monohull. "54 feet is huge, but this one is the biggest 54-footer I've ever seen."
But the volume is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
It's a quite unique design concept, to say the least, and it would have been interesting to experience how well it performs on the sail, especially in a blow. We didn't get the chance to go on board this cool-looking ovni. Too many people on board at the time, but we had a look at 2 other aluminium boats. The Allures 40.9 is an alloy yacht built in Normandy, France. It has a swing keel and a draft of just over a meter, and this makes it possible to anchor in really shallow areas.
Serious work, I think. Well, it looks like it's well made.
So this is a Garcia 52 exploration made on the exploration concept that was developed with Jimmy Cornell with the 45 and which we can now see on the 52. That concept means long-lasting, long-term blue sailing programs for tough boats, which are made of aluminium, fully made of aluminium, which are central borders that permits to go almost anywhere, provided there is 1 meter and 27 of water. These boats have a twin rudder system, which permits to have good control on the performance and on the direction.
So this is in the chain locker up front, but there's no chain here because the chain goes all the way through this pipe all the way to the center of the boat, where the chain drops down to keep the weight in the center of the boat. This is a really serious cruising boat. So above the waterline it's 6 millimeter, the aluminum, and below the waterline it's 8 and 10, I guess, in the bottom. So it's a very sturdy built boat. And here you have, from the cutter, an aluminium piece going all the way from the deck all the way down to the bottom to take off the forces from the cutter. It's small stuff like that that makes the difference.
The companionway door is watertight, and all through hulls on the boat are above the waterline. With this boat there is no limit on where it can go in the world, at least not for the sake of the boat. I could really see myself battling a sudden ocean storm in this, feeling safe inside but still with full visibility.
Wow. Washing machine. Yeah, you can tell that this boat is seriously made for cruising. You have storage space for a lot of stuff in here. Technical room.
This is a true dream boat of mine, and if I would get the somewhat unlikely option to pick one boat at the show for free, it would probably be this one.
Strong enough for you, Johan?
It's plenty enough strong for me. It's very strong. But very nice. Good food. So what's your impressions of the boat fair?
I enjoyed it very much. I think we will do it again.
What's your impressions, Camilla? Do you think it was too big? Too much to see? Or was
I don't think it was too big. I think it was, it feels like we just covered a section of it.
I think it's amazing to be able to be inside so many boats.
Yeah.
Because you never get the opportunity otherwise. You just watch them on pictures. Maybe you find a YouTube video, someone's showing the boat, but to be inside, that is a totally different deal. Especially when you can compare them. Like we could just walk around for 2 days comparing boats. And that's when you really see the difference. When you come from one boat to another, and it's a totally different expression or experience when you see one of those boats. It was good.
It was really good.
So we'll go back next year.
We might just do that.
Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button to get notified when we have a new video out.